to our auction preview for September. 203 lots in this sale, biggest sale yet for us at WB & Sons. We're going to talk about a handful of some of the lots we've got inside today.
Starting with this Daimler Dart. We all love a Daimler Dart, but this is gorgeous compared to what we've seen in the past. Yeah. Really, really nice car, restored 5 or 6 years ago. He's put electronic ignition and a brake servo and stuff on it, but it's ready to go, isn't it? It's lovely soft top, nice hard top, cheap alternative to an E-Type, and it's got a V8.
Yeah, lovely thing, really nice car.
Yeah.
And black, you don't very rarely see them in black.
They're normally police cars when they're black, and they get a fortune because they were a police car, because it's an interesting police car, but this was from what we can tell, a factory black car that
non-police car.
Never been near the police, no. Nice traceable history, low owners, 3 owners.
Yeah, it looks really good with the wire wheels as well, doesn't it? The black on the wire, the chrome just pops out a little bit.
Definitely.
Yeah, lovely thing.
Much cheaper alternative to a 2-seat little sports car.
Oh, the low cost.
Low cost, so Lotus 7 replica.
Yeah.
Little 1300 pre-cross, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah. When you think that what the equivalent caterham's 25, 26 grand, 5, 6, 7,000 for this.
Very cheap entry level into a kit car, starter car, perfect. Yeah.
And it's got a windscreen for once.
Yeah, it's got a windscreen.
I like them with a windscreen.
The right colours.
It's got the wet weather gear as well, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. I mean, we don't fit in them with wet weather gear on, but if you need it, it's there.
We don't fit in them. Before we wander away, and I know it's just the start of the video, and we always do cars, can we pull back to 2 bikes and then go from there? Because we have all 3 bikes, but we all have to agree these 2 individually have to be some of the best bikes we've had in here.
Yeah, they are the
so
best.
We've got a 5TA, Triumph 5TA that's been done, fully restored, full nut and bolt, and he's done it as a Bonnie Rep, which is absolutely gorgeous.
Was it what?
A Bonneville Rep.
Bonneville replica.
Triumph Bonneville replica in the colours with the 2-tone.
So they look like golf colours, but they're not. They predate golf colours.
Yeah. And then you got the T100. But he's done them, obviously both owned by the same gentleman, and he's spent an absolute arm and a leg on them to get them where they are.
Yeah, he's even glass-lined the tanks as well.
Couldn't get an air pump, so he found a Bentley air pump from a early Bentley.
You can build these bikes to the price that we've got on them.
He told me as I was leaving what they stand in.
Right.
The guides aren't even half what they stand in.
Yeah.
But if his wife's watching, they cost him nothing.
Right.
Yeah, he found all the parts. And he just woke up one day and those wheels were chrome.
Friends in the pub, and a couple of pints later and they were done.
Polar opposite. A couple of cool classic Land Rovers.
Something we can fit in.
Something we can sort of fit in.
Well,
200 TDI.
Yep.
You love those things.
Yeah. Factory 200 TDI, 5-speed box, dark brown leather, electric seats are working, ready to go. Enjoy the winter in that one, can't you?
Yeah, 100%.
Comfy, relaxing, all things you want on the Land Rover.
I appreciate it's a Land Rover, but they are generally pretty reliable.
Yeah.
Pretty reliable. You can get anywhere. You're not going to get there in land speed record time, but you're going to get there.
Really cool. It is really cool. Good looking thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that are reliable, yeah.
Slower.
Yes. Rattly.
Slow. Yeah. So obviously based on a Series 1 Minerva.
So they were a flat pack, weren't they? So they were sent to the Belgian and the Austrian or Belgian army as a flat pack. They use a Rover petrol engine, and it was all sent like that, apart from the front wings, which is.
They sent them as a knockdown kit.
So the whole thing's series, apart from.
Yeah, so they have a different front end for the army's requirements, but they didn't have the tooling to do that curved wing you get on a series, which is why you get them looking like that.
And again, if this was a Series 1 in this condition, you're talking double and a bit more than the guide price on this.
Probably 10 for a Series 1. I know it's got, patina, but it's solid, it's all there. So
the engine's lovely, she fires straight up. Like I say, it is the petrol Rover engine as well, so I love those petrol engines, they're great things.
Yeah,
we'll keep going down.
A couple of really nice little hatchbacks. Sort of two opposite ends of the scale, isn't it? We've got Mark 1 Fiesta, very basic.
Entry level, top level.
Yeah, Popular Plus. The best colour, that hearing aid beige, which I think that's the one to have, isn't it?
Yep.
Really lovely condition, 3 previous keepers, just a nice honest little car. Or
it's sort of the poster hot hatch of the 90s, isn't it? Anyone from that era is going to know exactly what we're looking at here. So it's the Vauxhall Nova GTE. Personally, the best colour for me. The arches are lovely on it as well. It's a proper car, this one.
It's got the period correct modification as well.
6x9
parcel shelf.
But again, it was sort of the car that it was the local car crews want to have, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was. I mean, this one, bodywork's beautiful, nice sensible history with it. We know sort of who, what, where, and when. Interior could do with maybe another little bit of tightening up, little mark on the bolster, but for the money.
It's just a good way to relive the youth, isn't it?
Stone down, mint one's near 20 grand now, isn't it?
Yeah, well we know this makes huge. We've sold a couple of those as well.
We've got two lovely Fords here. We've got the XR4i, which is in lovely condition, and at the guide price we've got on this, it's not a lot of money really, is it? No. We've got 5 to 7 on it. It's showing 12,000 miles, but we don't have the full credential to back that up. But very nice condition. And then when we're going back in time a bit more, we've got the 3 litre Capri. It's a gear, it's an automatic, which people like, people don't like, but again in very, very nice condition.
But it's Mark II though, isn't it? So it's the one everyone wants at the minute, and it's the right engine, and it's white. It's kind of, for me, on a Capri, that's what you need. Much more modern version. If that was like your little British muscle car back in the day, wasn't it? Short stubby Aston Martin. Yeah,
V8 manual, black, tick tick tick, away you go. Makes a great noise, that one, doesn't it?
And they're stupidly cheap for what they are now. You can pick that up for around 2022.
We're all about value for money, and they are absolutely bang on at the minute. I don't think they can come any further down in price, can they? Especially these early ones. Comes with a plate, this one as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. Aston Martin plate AMV, really nice car. Your alternative is the more safe option.
So we've got a 997 911 here. It's the Carrera 4S, so it's a 4-wheel drive car, 6-speed manual, electric roof. One of the nicest colours I've seen on one of these. We've got a good selection of Porsches in this sale, but for me this one's just is right up there. It's got that lovely carbon centre console, and it makes, what a noise this thing makes. When you fire it up, honestly, what a noise. Roof's working nice. It's good mileage on this as well.
Yeah, 50 odd thousand.
50 odd thousand, 58,000 or something like that, so good mileage. Yeah. Lobster claws, best wheels, ticking all of us agree that that's a proper car, that one.
Are we agreeing for once again? Are we agreeing for once again?
Yeah, but I think I'd probably take the Aston just because it's an Aston. It's like this is, you always say, oh, what do you have instead of a 911? None of them are a better option. I think the 911 is the best option, but you'd probably choose that.
Would you?
I think at the minute I would, and then I'd probably sell it after 6 months and get back into it.
I'll skip all of them, go to something else, which we'll get to in a minute.
Slightly different Porsche. I mean, we've got a good amount of Porsches in this sale, a nice mixture of Porsches.
Not one we've had before, quite a rare thing. Yep. So this is the 968 Club Sport.
Yep. They made about 1,500 of them. I think they registered about 1,200 of them as Club Sports. The other ones were CSs or Sports. About 100 kilos lighter than the standard car, so they've got windy windows, manual boot release, no rear seats, lighter wheels, different brakes, but they're quite a special thing. They're rare, like you say, you don't see them ever. Best
colour as well, Guards red.
Yeah.
So again, we'll stay Porsche. We're going to go to the one, it's at the front for a reason. Yeah, the one that we can all stand here.
Big Porsche fan, but you like this.
This has to be, to me, the best looking Porsche of the era, because obviously you can go earlier and they're much nicer to me, but the best looking Porsche you can get for that
996 turbo Tiptronic car, one shade of silver, hollow wheels, ticking all the boxes, nice and wide, and we've had a few turbos in, and this has to be,
I think this is the best 996 we've ever had of any kind. Yeah. And the turbos, for me, the way you get away with those headlights is because you don't look at the headlights, you look at the massive arse on it.
Yeah.
And the big spoiler and the big turbo badge. And
what's the history like on this one?
Really good. Yeah. Really, really good history. Mostly specialists and main dealer. We know where it's been since day one. It's low owners. You see them on 150,000 miles. This is on 44,000 miles. Yeah. If you want one to buy and use and go up in value, that's the one to buy. Yeah, 100%.
We're going to sort of keep it clean and good examples of cars. We're going to talk about this SL 500 here, 2-ton car. And again, not a Merc guy. Not into them. As soon as you walked in love, weren't you?
Yeah, it's very appealing. It's fresh. It's a fresh R109.
Maybe as you're getting older, like the rest of us, you're starting to realise that Mercs are the way forward.
So comfy, they're so soft and comfy to drive. It is a 500, again, really sensibly priced. It's a gorgeous 2-ton, the top off silver's all one shade, with the factory hard top, which are normally missing by now, or chipped or scratched or whatever.
It's rare they're as good as the car, isn't it?
And again, it's a timeless colour. Silver on blue always sells for us. Anything with silver on blue is always a sellable item. It's always a good colour. It's not a fashion that comes in and out.
Nice history on that car as well. I mean, you did the description and it's like that, isn't it?
Massive history file.
Always been a Newcastle car. We know where it's been since day one. History files.
Nice again.
It's lovely. I mean, even if it goes out in Newcastle, we still know the story on it.
Yeah.
Nice specs. It's heated seats and it's got that optional external temperature gauge, which is nice. That's my favourite one for a long time.
I like this. This is the one for me. Nissan Silvia Turbo S12. First one we've had in like this. Well, the first one we've had in, but the condition of this one's just absolutely superb. It's one of, I don't know where James is gone, but it's one of only a handful left on the roads, 30 or 40.
It's turbo as well, which is cool. So petrol turbo.
So it's 1.8 turbo.
Yep. Pop-up headlights.
Pop-up headlights. James loves a pop-up headlight.
The body on it.
Yeah, it's just superb. It is. You can't say box fresh because people get upset, but it's very, very, very good. Very nice.
I would like to think it's probably one of the best ones on the market at the minute. Again, really sensibly priced for rear wheel drive turbo.
Not modified.
Not modified. More importantly, ready to be modified.
I would leave it on there.
We do have a couple of minis that are modified. Oh, yeah. I like minis, you know I like minis. What I don't normally like is a mini cabriolet. They normally look like someone has just chopped the roof off or drawn a car and rubbed the roof out, whereas this one,
you mean the roof fits?
That is the best convertible conversion I've ever seen.
I think, well, in fact, it's that good you could leave it outside. In fact, you could jet wash it and it wouldn't get wet inside.
No.
I think the fact that it's yellow, that it's a convertible, it's yellow, it's in your face, that's why it looks so good, because it is different. It's got big wheels on it, black big wheels, really yellow, black roof, lovely interior, it's in your face, it's a little bit sort of brass, so why not?
It's normally one of those ones where you see them maybe at a show and you from far away think, oh, that looks good, and normally as you get closer you go, oh my god, what's this rollover bar about, who's made the hood, why is this frame all wonky, what's going on here? This one is, you don't do that.
You can lean on the roof like a hard top, like a tin top one, and it doesn't go whoop.
Yeah, it's a properly done car. If you want a mini cab, that's the one to do.
There you go. This one had a load of money spent on it. Fiberglass bonnet. It's had a gas flow head, hasn't it?
Head,
Cam.
Big carb.
Wants a little bit of finishing off. It's time more than money, this one. The arches are there for the car. Once the arches putting on, if it was me, I would probably paint that fiberglass bonnet. Engine is lovely on it.
It's the startup.
Yeah.
Because it's been done so well. You flick the electric pump on, you pop the ignition on, it clicks away, give it 5 seconds and guarantee it starts up instantly. It's phenomenal.
It just wants finishing off, basically, doesn't it? Yes.
We'll stay with the small stuff here. We've got a lovely pair of Fiats, a 126 base, isn't it? So it's a water-cooled car. Is that right? Yeah, water-cooled car. Polish pool, yeah. Me and Toby love these. They're a great laugh, and we've got a lovely little.
I'm going to do wheelies in them.
No, I don't.
They're a great little thing. And we've got
I love doing wheelies in them.
Italian import, this one as well. More importantly, from Italy, Fiat 500 with a little Basto, blue on red. Again, you'd be quite happy driving that around town.
Did you just shorten Webasto to the little Basto?
No, I didn't. But it
did sound like that.
Did I?
Got a lovely little Basto.
And do you know what I really like about these? You know when you get jammed in and put in a car parking space, you can just pick it up and lift it out.
Yeah, well you can.
We literally can.
Another tiny little car, but are they not the happiest looking car ever made?
We all love a frog eye, you know, from every angle. They've got an absolute charm about it. This one's, I'm going to call it Primrose, it's probably not, but it's Primrose with the black roof, with the match pipe and interior. I'm all over
I would say it's brighter than Primrose, definitely brighter than Primrose. But this is only a one previous keeper car. This is it's an absolutely gorgeous car, like Charlie says. Very, very nice, very, very usable, very presentable.
Yeah, 100%. And to be fair, now that they're at the price they're at, when people are paying similar-ish money for a very nice round arch midget, that's a way more.
They were never MG money, were they? And now they are. Now's the time. And again, this early sort of 50, 60, 70 stuff starting to come back around again. It's starting to become, as a first-time classic car buyer, we're getting a lot of people into these Austin Healeys, and they've got a really good following. And all the people that are into them are always dead nice as well, which is always a bonus.
Shall I show you how to annoy James? James, we've got another mini.
It's not a mini.
What is it then?
I'll tell you why it's not a mini, right?
Because it's better.
Because I like it. I don't, you know, I'm not a mini guy, but this to me makes sense.
It's not the rumour I heard you were a mini guy.
I like anything that's a variation of something that's not a mini. This is a Riley Elf, so it's the slightly bigger one. It's got a boot. It's the Porsche, isn't it? Got leather interior. That is the softest interior I've ever felt on anything. Yeah. The interior is so soft. It's dashboard once redone. If you're being picky, it's nice carpet set. It's great colours. It's matched all the way throughout. It's better than a mini because it's not a mini. It is leather, isn't it? It's leather interior, which is part of the.
All else come with leather, wasn't it?
But the whole point of the Elf was it was supposed to be the.
It was the deluxe mini.
When you're better than a mini, you buy a Riley Elf.
You've got to be careful what you say because we've just talked about 2 minis.
No, but you know, if you know, it's the snob, it's the mini snob, isn't it?
So it's got the very fancy front grille and it's got the leather interior and the wood.
So what it means is we would drive minis He would drive a Riley Elf.
Yeah, he's a snap. About the same size as a Riley Elf. Two massive saloon cars.
Hang on. Riley Elf. Is that the same size as 3 Riley Elves?
Yeah, it's about the same size, give or take. We all, well, you and I love a Rolls. He doesn't, but we're starting to establish a theme here. He's not that bothered about Beamers, not that bothered about Mercs.
Well, I like BMs.
Yeah, but you're not that bothered about Mercs. You don't. I'm not really like this Porsche.
So you're saying the kid's got no class? We'll talk about this roller first.
He's a Ford guy.
Because the rest of us, as a collective, are all into this roller.
Yeah.
There's a little few marks around the bodywork. We'd leave it as it is. The mileage on it, it's low miles. We're sort of 90% confident on the mileage, aren't we? 90%. I'd love to say we're 100, but we're not.
It's two-tone green.
Two-tone green. It's got
front headrests.
So that's what Dad likes. He's got 4 headrests, which is fairly rare, and a Shadow 2. And Shadow 1, sorry.
1.5 really, isn't it? Because it's got the headrest, it's got the front head down. Yeah. If you're going to get really nerdy about it.
It hasn't got the grills, but it's got the spotlights, it's got that Shadow 2. So we're going to call it a 1.5, and we're going to get slated for that, but that's what it is to us.
That's peak Shadow to me, because I know you like it too, and I know you like the dash, but those bumpers are better looking.
Yeah, you like a chrome, I like a rubber. But again, lovely car, here to be sold at a sensible price. It is turnkey, that one. Huge. The engine's lovely on it. Yeah. So yeah, and the seats are really comfy because we keep sitting in it. And
it's not very often that a silver Shadow is the sensible option of the two.
Is it? Yeah. No, you'd rather waft along in a Bel Air like.
Yeah, but look at it on paper, right? It's too big. It's left-hand drive, huge V8, but actually.
So you've just described the Rolls Royce, now the Bel Air?
It's just it's a peach. Like how I've never met anyone that gets annoyed by the sight of an American car. Like some people go, oh, that Ford's not right, or I'm not that keen on this MG. But everyone likes the big American stuff. Yeah. Whether you want to own one or not, you like look.
It's sort of a good. It's no matter what you do, it's a very family orientated because you can all get on that front bench seat. It is nice to drive. The steering's lovely and light. It's just a big wafter, and I appreciate them because it is a good looking car now. On the English roads, sometimes we see the odd American car doesn't look quite right. These look mint.
Yeah, big Cadillacs and stuff look alien.
Absolutely mint wafting down the road.
And actually, really, it's arguably quite good value. 18 to 22 grand. If it was a two-door, it'd be 60, 65 grand. If the roof came down, it's scary money. Scary money, what it is.
We'll stay 4-door saloon, won't we?
Do one thing though, just for the video, because that is the coolest. So this door.
Lancia Apia V4.
John, will you just do those again, please?
I feel like I'm on like QVC, it's like oh god, price has gone down. God. James, zoom in on your face at that disgust, please. So you've spotted the Apia, Lancia Apia. It's a 1960s car, left-hand drive, V4.
Poorly named for a Geordie. Apia.
Poorly named for a
It's a Lancia Apia.
That's why I didn't pronounce it, you see.
No, I don't think you could.
Have comments saying
the Lancia Apia V4.
The interesting things are, like, if you look around it, so it was the cheapest Lancia you could get at the time, but like all the bonnet catch, the way how tactile it is, the way the boot works, it's a really
like that alone. Even the handles, like you'd buy it just so you can shut the door together,
and you can open the doors independently. Or you can't on.
It's very presentable, very usable, and before the keyboard warriors pop up and say it's a Lancia, they'll be out left. Nice and solid as well. Yeah. Volvo 164, yeah, Tubbs?
Yeah, it's not the same one we had in the last sale. The one we had in the last sale was very well restored, very nice. This is more of an original car.
Gorgeous interior, it's the same colour. Again, we sort of get a really good following these 164s. Again, something that we all like. It's a very nostalgic. My dad had one car because there's not that many of them around. I know we had one the last sale, but
But to be fair, we've had 3 in 3 years.
Yeah.
Whereas we've got more than 3. We've had more than 3 minis in every single sale. We've had 3 of those total.
Mini. But again, ready to go, that one. We'll keep it family saloon and we'll talk about this. This is a Jaguar XJS V12 model. We have never seen paperwork and a history like it on a car. When James said to me, the history's in the boot, grab it out, 25 minutes later I was still pulling out brochures and photos and pictures.
A famous car as well, isn't it?
I was going to say, has Dad not had the picture of this car on the wall for about 15 years without realising?
That there's been a load of people have got them, but there was a poster of that car, like an airbrushed poster, in the back office wall, and I'll put it on the video to prove it, but it's that car. It's got the plate on it, the reg on it. It's this car.
We've never had a V12 Jag in that, you know, you turn the key, it fires up and it ticks over so smooth. There's a few little blebs around it, but this car for me is one of my favourite. You know this. It is so usable. I'm in love with that. Like, it's a proper car.
The saloon I'm in love with.
Yeah. More modern.
A bit more modern. Uber rare, because you don't see them. You see the diesels. Uber rare car, based on the 4.4 540i, fully overhauled by Alpina. So they put their own block on it. They supercharge it. It's got a different head, loads of clever bits on it. So it's 500 horsepower, 493 horsepower. Which really, to get that, you've got to go to the V10 M5, which is triple the money and incredibly
Got
reliable.
so much class to it on the road. The presence is unreal and unbelievable, and I've never ever sat in a car that's felt so right. That is the best place to be.
They get retrimmed, so they put it's called Lavalina leather, which is like a.
It's called what?
Lavalina.
Again, I'll not say it. Lavalina leather.
Yeah, fully retrimmed. Alpina logos on it. They extend the wood. They extend the leather down the door.
And that wood is like next level again.
You know, I'm not a cream interior or Lavalina interior fan, but this car, mate, I roll about the floor on that.
Charcoal cream interior.
Yeah, I do the hard graft. But the colours on this car, and it's the first car I've gone, you know what it is? It really suits that colour interior. It's just the whole thing about it, the whole presence of it is phenomenal.
Bodywork's really good. It's obviously been well looked after. You know, you don't really get a misused Alpina, do you? But this thing is.
Well, you see them on 200,000 miles. They're always looked after anyway. This has got full service history. It's either been all Sitner, which is the Alpina dealers, or Beamer specialists.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, really cool car.
Good. We're going to talk about these two tractors quickly. We've got two grey Fergies, a petrol and a diesel. T20, that one.
Yeah, both T20s, yeah.
Two E20s, a sort of more original, usable, ready to go petrol, and
We moved it for the first time yesterday in about 4 weeks.
you literally click that gear stick onto start and away she goes. Comes with a little box, all working up and down, and you've got this lovely, restored, shiny petrol TE there.
It was restored.
Diesel. Sorry, diesel. I was looking at that one. Yeah.
It was restored to be used as a funeral director's vehicle. So it comes with the original what's the matter?
Alright, the funeral's on Wednesday. We'll leave now.
It comes with the original Ferguson. That's a genuine Ferguson tipper trailer it comes with.
You're into this, aren't you?
Really into it. And when I went and picked it up, I was over the moon because I got.
Well, how many have we had a look at that are supposed to be really well restored? They're not. They're terrible. Whereas actually, this is done.
What I like about these two, and it's sort of sad, is the tyres. No, every time we get a tractor, the tyres are all cracked and.
You said that, and they're all going to be right back.
I know those tyres are on backwards. I know before the Ferguson fans pipe up and say they're not cracked, but they're on backwards. We know that.
They're on forwards.
They're on forwards with some shine on them. Lovely. Can't complain. And again, ready to go. Those on there.
It's got its own tipper box with it. There's an awning for the trailer. Like the ultimate pub toy, right?
It's a link box.
Yes.
Link box, there you are.
And it's got an awning.
Toby will probably talk about them, but we'll just skim up. We've got a massive selection of motorcycles. If you check the website out, there is loads to talk about there. But we're talking about cars at the minute. I think James is going to waffle on about this, or Toby.
Me.
About this very rare.
Very rare. Do you know how rare it is, Charlie?
How rare is it?
How many was made?
I don't know, Toby. How many was made?
No, you definitely don't know.
Before you go any further, you'd like questions?
Yeah.
I've done a quiz, you know.
Should we do a quiz?
I've done a quiz. Welcome to the WB & Sons September auction quiz. You write down your answer. First to 5 wins, or the best after 5 wins, gets crowned auction king. Loser is buying breakfast on auction day. Question 1. Lot 2 in our September sale is a Jaguar XJS V12 Sport. Which company designed the Sport kit on behalf of Jaguar for that car? Charlie, what have you got? What's it say?
TWR.
Tell the camera.
TWR.
Okay. Toby, who definitely wrote down after Charlie told his.
I couldn't remember what it was called. Who was it?
That's right, 1 each.
Thank you.
Question number 2. Lot 35 is a 1949 Packard Custom 8. What does the 8 in its name refer to? Toby?
I'm a bit dyslexic. Give us 2 minutes.
No, it's YouTube. People don't have 2 minutes. Show the camera there.
I can't read it.
What does it say?
Engine cylinders.
Okay.
8 cylinders.
Okay.
That's not correct though. Why? Because what's 8 cylinders? 8 piston cylinders on the brakes?
No, we're not having that. You've just been given question 1 when you just copied his answer, so I wouldn't worry about it. Question 3. Lot 45 is a idiot. Lot 45 is a 1981 Ford Escort Huntsman, one of 150 made. You can only buy them from Southeast Ford dealers. How many are known left on UK roads? You've got the answer for this already in the video.
Oh, I can't remember what I said for that now.
Show the camera.
3.
Okay.
3. What's the answer?
3.
Well, the viewers don't know, so tell them.
Lot 63 is a Triumph Acclaim. What other car company was involved in its development? If you don't know, just write a car company, Charlie. Charlie?
Honda.
What have you got?
Pretty clear Honda. Is it Honda, isn't it?
Yeah, Honda's correct.
As soon as they called, isn't it? Well, the earlier.
Yeah.
Yes, he was right.
But it's
What, British Leyland?
They were British Leyland.
I did not try.
Honda?
it's his funny handwriting.
What happened?
Right, and final question. Lot 107 is a 2002 Ford Thunderbird. What engine and platform does it use?
Jag.
Okay, that's all your questions. Right, you had 5, you had 4.
How?
Because you wrote British Leyland.
Honda. Rewind. It says
Right, look.
Honda.
Auction King. You're buying breakfast on Saturday. Sorry.
Mate, he's never bought breakfast in his life. It's only fair.
Right, how many was made?
250.
Is that actual fact, is it?
That's wrong. You minus a point.
What?
150 made.
That's what it said.
Yeah.
People can't understand.
Check the tape.
250. Just to let you know, we do our research, yeah?
No, don't. We'll blag it.
150 made. They were available with Southeast dealers only. It's the only way you could get them.
Matter with the
That was me next.
They weren't good enough for the North. There is believed to be 3 left.
3?
Yeah, 3, that's it.
Is that it?
Super rare car, based on a gear. It's its own colour scheme. It's got a different gold stripe on it. Slightly different colour interior. It's not really that different from your standard gear apart from the colour.
I'm going to be really non-car guy here, and they're not the same then.
No?
Alright.
What, the one with the 3 litre turbo in it? And
They look the same to me. Well, not really.
they look the same, but they're not the same.
No.
No. Do you know what else looks the same but isn't the same? A Wolseley 1500 and a standard Pennant. They're both 4-door, cute little saloon cars. Really good entry classics, I think. This one's been
Is the coolest classic you can get.
Yeah, the guy's been right through it. It's got fiberglass front end, so fiberglass front wings, bonnet, and front end. It's got a sun strip.
It's got black wheels.
Black wheels. It's got a Weber 40 on it, so it does actually sing along really nicely. I picked it up and drove it back. It's great fun to drive.
I started up the other day for a guy, and I've never seen someone get so I can't say wet, excited, right, for an induction noise. Just the whole sound of it's cool as out.
Actually, I really like a little 60s classic.
I can't say wet. I said excited.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is keep talking about it, so now I have to keep it in and explain that Toby made a bit of a faux pas and we've just kept it in, but we're going to move on because there's a standard Pennant. This was restored back in 2022. Nice job. It's got a couple of little blemishes and marks and things here and there. Maybe a couple of car show wounds, I guess, but actually really honest, pretty little car.
Again, good colours, really good colours.
Interior's lush on that one as well, really nice. We'll keep moving forward. We'll talk about a couple of Jags. XJ, Japanese import, big old saloon car.
V8 model.
V8.
Long wheelbase, got the rear electrics.
Black on cream, tick. That's all it is, really.
That's peak XJ for me. The one before I think is the best looking, but these to drive are so much better.
So they are so nice. Air suspension sort them out a little bit.
Yeah.
The weekend car, isn't it?
Which to someone could be a very, very cheap Jag because it's going through as lot 1, no reserve, here to be sold, and it's a very nice car again. Black on cream.
4.2 V8, black on cream. I love these. This shape is where it's at. And again, they get my words out. Come on, they were on the bottom price wise. I know. Right. So it's been a long day already. Right. They've been on the bottom price wise. These Jags have never. The value on the Jags is really hard to sort of describe or understand because we love them as a family. We're all over the Jags, but they are just so cheap. And again, 4.2 V8. It makes a mint noise that one as well. Noise. And it's a coupe.
They always go well.
They're cheaper than the first generation at this point now, and they're aluminium, so they don't rust.
And they've matured better. To me,
one then two. What works? XJS Sport, this car, isn't it? I have been practicing since the auctioneering. It is a sport model, so it came with like the lower sort of lips, all painted and body coloured. Again, red exterior, cream interior. Interior is lovely on that one. Nicer steering wheel. Again, a lovely car. I love an XJS because
colours make them. A dark pale grey one to me doesn't look right. You lose the lines, whereas a metallic red is a really good colour. Yeah. Speaking of cars where the colour makes everything,
probably to me, I think it's my favourite car here. Out of 200 lots,
it came in as a future entry in the last sale, didn't it? Yeah. And we all got out as we were driving through the gates to come to work. We all got out and looked at it, and we just.
Well, they're always scruffy, these things. They're always scruffy. They are. Like you turn up and it looks lovely from far away, and the trim's hanging off and it's plastic. This thing is immaculate. These Maseratis, this year and age of Maserati gets such a bad rep. This is not your typical dog-eared Maserati. Yeah. Argumentatively to us, you will not find a better one. Yeah. Blue on red, automatic. The wood is unbelievable. The interior is just next level. The last invoice for it, for a decent service from a Maz specialist, 13 grand.
So you know it's been well looked after.
In a major service, it had new pistons.
A major service, new pistons.
Brand new subframes. If you look underneath.
So when people complain now that in a major service on some cars, with a start-stop, you get a new start motor.
This got new pistons.
This got new pistons.
Yeah.
How much was the bill for that?
£13,000.
£13,000.
But with something like this, it's easy to throw 13 grand at and not see where it went, but look at the thing. It's the best one you find. You will not find a better one. Yeah. And then on top of that, the spec is excellent. Yeah. It's perfect. Exactly the same thing can be said about that 993. It's a 4S. Yeah. Oh, sorry, it's a 4 manual.
Cab.
Is it black or it's got gold fleck in the black, hasn't it?
Sorty blacky.
Yeah, beautiful colour. The best colour interior. And that, for me, 993's peak Porsche. That's
prettiest, even as a convertible, the prettiest Porsche we've seen for a while. I know the turbo is different, but
I prefer the coupe. But as a convertible, that's especially that colour combo. If it was silver with grey, you'd be like, but actually, it's stunning.
It's not daft guide. It's guided very, very keenly, very well.
55 to 65. You see them. I mean, that on a dealer's forecourt would be 80 grand, 79,995. I don't think they'd be wrong asking that because it is stunning. You know, matching tyres, massive service history. There's not a mark on that interior. The engine's beautiful. Like it's perfect.
You'll be happy.
I think it's gorgeous. But both of those are just the best examples around.
Another lovely 997 here. It's had an engine rebuild as well. That's had the money spent on it. Yeah. We went through the history file. Good history file. Had an engine rebuild. Had piston rings done, which is sort of we were took. All the photos are there of the engine rebuild. Yeah. So again, another.
Like you said the other day, you see them a lot advertised saying might need an engine rebuild. That's just. I mean, you've got some stone chips on the front because it's done some miles, but I'd rather paint a bumper than rebuild an engine.
It's just scare. Every time you go on them, it's either had bore score, needs this, needs that. This car's had the money spent on it, is ready to go. All the photos are there of the rebuild. It's been done properly, you know, and it's priced at the same price as one that needs a 12 grand rebuild.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is just a snippet of what we've got in this time. Yeah. Biggest auction we've ever had.
Of vehicles as well. We're not. You know, there's a few modern things get through, but you know, everyone in the classic car has a modern car as well, and they like what we're doing, so we're selling their modern stuff. We're not selling fridge freezers and all this sort of.
No. 203 lots, and I think we're, you know.
We've got a massive variety, haven't we?
It's not. You hear other auction houses bragging about 1,000 lots and stuff, but it's 203 lots with basically us three, Dad, Georgia, and like a small team. There's not a lot of us, and the work that goes into them is insane. So this is why we all look dead. I am also hungover. Right, okay. But the point is, it's 203 lots. It's a big achievement. We're very proud of it.
We're grateful for the support we've had. Definitely, it's been unbelievable, especially in the northeast. Yes. Looking after us, and we're just going to keep going doing what we're doing, aren't we?
We are. Check the website out. All 203 lots are on there. There's a photograph, there's a video, and a description. As always, you can bid online, you can bid in person, or you can bid by telephone. Thank you very much.
Goodbye.